original series, The 90s, starts Sunday at 9.
Welcome back, everyone. Any day now, doctors in the UK plan to take a terminally ill infant off life support after winning a legal battle to do so. His parents had wanted to take him to the US for experimental treatment. Now, two of the most powerful people on the planet are weighing in on this life and death battle over little Charlie Gard. CNN's Dinah Magnay reports.
The tubes that keep him alive will be turned off soon. His parents' last hope, to take him to the States for highly experimental medical treatment, blocked by the British and European courts. Their last wish refused, to take him home to die.
He's a little trooper and he's a soldier. He will fight, and he'll fight to the very end, and he's still fighting, but we're not allowed to fight for him anymore. Our parental rights have been stripped away. We can't even take our own son home to die. We've been denied that. Do you not think we've been through enough?
Little Charlie Gard was born healthy, but diagnosed the following month with a rare genetic disorder, a form of mitochondrial disease, which has left him, his doctors say, with irreversible brain damage.
We're still fighting!
We're still fighting!
Save Charlie Gard!
Save Charlie Gard!
At the weekend, protests in London against the decision to turn off life support. And after the Pope sent a message to the parents from the Vatican saying he was praying for them in the hope that their desire to accompany and care for their own child until the end will be respected, now Donald Trump has weighed in too. If we can help little Charlie Gard, as per our friends in the UK and the Pope, we would be delighted to do so.
Charlie's case is extremely complicated. The treatment that the US is offering is called nucleoside bypass therapy, and it's never been tested on a strain of the disease as rare as Charlie's is. And even the US specialist who's offering it says he thinks it's unlikely that it'll be able to reverse Charlie's brain damage. And that's why the British courts ruled the way that they did. They said they didn't want Charlie to be the subject of medical experimentation if there was no chance of him getting better, that his right to die with dignity must come first.
But that's not the way his parents see it. Sadly for them, the pleas of a pope and a president already too late. Dinah Magnay, CNN, London.
It's a tragic story, whichever way you look at it. Joining me now from San Francisco, Lila Rose, founder and president of Live Action. That's a US-based pro-life organization which has been closely following Charlie Gard's case. You know, it is just so awful. The hospital says, no, this treatment's probably not going to work. It could do harm in terms of hurting this little child. The courts support the hospital. The hospital says, this is it. We're turning off life support. What do you say?
I think that this is a case that's obviously very difficult, very challenging, and our hearts go out to Charlie Gard and his parents. I think the key thing here, though, that it is within the parents' rights to seek treatment for their child, to pursue treatments, especially when they're the ones who've raised the funds to do this. They have raised almost $2 million US through GoFundMe, with thousands of people trying to contribute. And it's important to look at what the hospital and the court has said. It's not so much that they've said that this treatment would be painful or bad for Charlie. They just think that it's not going to help cure his condition or going to actually help him to recover. That's a difference, and that's a really important difference here, because I think it's within the parents' rights to pursue these treatments and to try to achieve as much of a lifespan as they can for their son.
Yeah, I think that was the argument in court from medical specialists, was that the treatment would not help. It's experimental, might even cause continued pain and prolonged suffering in terms of extending his life, and it not actually doing much for him, if anything. Is that an argument that you can see? It's such a hard call. I mean, I don't think any parent's going to say they shouldn't have the right to do what they can, even experimental or otherwise.
Well, absolutely, Michael. It's a very hard call, but I think the key thing is when you have such difficult decisions to make about treatment options, about how to manage pain, when you're dealing with this child, this little infant, Charlie, the parents need to be respected. And I think this is why thousands of people have donated and millions of people are concerned and calling for the parents to have their wishes fulfilled, which is that they have worked hard to do the research, to raise the funds, and there's a doctor in the United States and other medical professionals who are willing to assist with the treatment. It is experimental, but it's not it's an orally taken treatment, so it's not something that's going to be, according to the doctors that are advising the parents, something that's going to be more painful for Charlie, and that there is a chance that it can prolong his life and he can have more time with his family. So I think the key thing here again is that the parents' wishes should be respected, and that they should be given more of an ear than they have been given, and their rights, I believe in this case, are being violated. The hospital and the European Court are making a decision that's not theirs to make.
It's just such a terrible situation. Lila Rose, thanks so much, founder and president, Live Action. Thank you.
Thank you.
Tough story. Coming up here on the program, more on what North Korea said.